Hi viewers, welcome to Lama Solution. Today we are going to see about how to use switch flag in Simulink. Thanks for watching our videos. If you are watching our videos first time, so kindly subscribe our channel and also click bell icon and turn on the notification button for notification about upcoming videos. So let's start with implementation of switch flag in Simulink. So for that, just you go to MATLAB main window. So here you can see that Simulink, right? You click this button, so you will open and that means it will open another pop-up window. So here just you go to choose a blank model, right? Just you go to click blank model. In blank model, next you go to drag that switch flag from the Simulink browser. So here you can see that. So this is known as library browser, right? Just go to click this one. So after clicking that, so you can go to that signal routing, right? The signal routing, you can see that switch block, right? So this is switch block in the library browser. Just you go to take and paste in that block model. So now I am going to explain how to use switch block for generating the pulse, like pulse with PWM pulse. Okay. So for that I'm going to use triangular wave. So just you go to take triangular generator, and I'm going to. So here you can see that there are three inputs, right? So input 1 and input 3. So this is used for that means transition between true case and false case, right? If condition is true, the upper, that means the signal from this port will be allow in the output. If the condition is false, then the lower input, that means this input will be for is allow in the output of the switch plug, right? That means the center port, right? This port will be act as a control port or a condition checking port, right? So based upon condition we are provided in the switch plug, right? So the switch plug when we allow the upper signal or a lower signal, if condition is true, it allow the upper signal. Condition is low, it going to allow the lower signal. Okay. So here you can see that once you double click this block, right? So you can see that the option available in the switch block, right? Here you can see that different options, right? E2 is greater than or equal to threshold. E2 greater than threshold. E2 is not equal to 0. Okay. So you can use any kind these three conditions, right? So I'm going to use E2 is greater than threshold value, and then I'm going to fix the duty cycle here because we are going to use that switch block for that generating PWM pulse, that means pulse with modulation signal, right? So I'm going to fix the duty cycle which is equal to zero point 0.2 here, 0.2. So I'm going to connect this triangular wave in the control port, right? So what happened whenever the signal, that means triangular wave, is crossed that point 2, so it will be allow the first signal. If the triangular wave goes to less than point 0.2, it going to allow the lower signal. So here I'm going to generate the pulse, switching pulse, that will be PWM pulse. So here I'm going to use another block, nothing but constant block. So I'm going to use constant block here, and then I'm going to use another constant here, and then I'm going to change this constant equal to 0. Okay. When condition is true, so it will allow 1 in the output end. If condition is false, it will be allow 0 in the output end from the switch case. Okay. So here condition is we are given here is if the triangle wave is greater than zero point 0.2, so it will be allow 1. If the triangle amplitude is less than zero point 0.2, it allows 0 at the output, right? So next I'm going to use scope window. So and then I'm going to take mux in order to compare the input, right? Input, the triangular wave, and then output. So and also I'm going to compare with that condition constant, right? So I'm going to use three inputs. So here condition is 0.2, so I'm going to use another block here, and then I'm going to take and connect that block to that input port of the mux. So here I'm going to fix the that condition value, right? The first one is the triangular input, the second one is output of the switch block, and third one is output, that mean condition we are using here in the control statement. Okay, so next I'm going to configure this triangular wave. So here just I'm going to use 1 kilohertz, right? And then we need to check the results. So this is the that mean control concept for generating pulse by using switch block, right? So now I'm going to simulate this model. So before simulating model, I'm going to change the color of that scope. Yeah. So now we can see the results. Okay. So here you can see the results, right? The condition value is 0.2, right? So when the triangular wave cross that 0.2, above 0.2, so it will that means it's going to be allow the signal 1, right? So output will be equal to 1. When the triangular wave is less than 0.2, the output will be equal to 0, right? So based upon this condition, so we are generating the pulse. Okay. So this is known as the pulse width modulation. The pulse width modulation is generated based upon that switch block, right, in the Simulink model. Okay. So now I'm going to change the condition, and then you have to check the output, right? I'm going to change to 0 now, right? I'm going to change to 0. So here also I'm going to change the condition value equal to 0, and then I'm going to simulate this block. Now you can see that when the signal is greater than 0, the output will equal to 1. When signal is, that means triangular wave amplitude is less than 0, the output will be equal to 0. Okay. Next I'm going to change the condition. Here I'm going to change the condition to minus 0.5, and I'm going to change this also 0.5. Now we are going to check the result. Yeah, now you can see that when the value is less than minus 0.5, the signal comes to 0, right? Here, when the signal, that means the triangular wave amplitude less than zero point 0.5, minus 0.5, the signal will be 0. When signal is greater than minus 0.5, so we'll get the output equal to 1. Okay. So based upon this and that condition value, right, the pulse width going to be changed. So it is known as pulse width modulation. So here we are going to keep that total time constant. Just you have to vary the on time, either on time or off time. So based upon that condition value, right? So this is known as a pulse width modulation. So that condition value known as, we can call it as a duty cycle. That means on time divided by total time. Okay. So this is the use of this switch block. Here we use that switch block for that generating the pulse. That when pulse with modulation signal, okay, based upon condition. Okay. Next you have to implement the switch block. So based upon if then, right, how we can implement the same switch block implementation function in the coding. Okay, so for that I'm going to go to library browser and then go to user defined function, and here you can see that MATLAB function, right? Just you have to take that MATLAB function. Okay, so here you need to receive three input control input u, and then we will get output here. So I'm going to click this one. So this is a control input triangular wave. Okay, this is our output from that MATLAB function. So I'm going to write the code for this. So here I'm going to check the condition. If u is greater than 0.2, okay, then the y equal to 1. Else the y equal to 0, and I'm going to complete the statement. Okay, if u is greater than zero point 0.2, that means the triangular amplitude is greater than zero point 0.2, so the output should be equal to 1. When the u is less than zero point 0.2, the output equal to 0. Okay, so this is the implementation of that switch block in the coding. Okay, so let's check the results. So I'm going to take this one directly, and then I'm going to copy this one. So input, output, and then the control value, and then here the condition value is 0.2, that we check the results of both. So here I'm going to mention, so this is Simulink block result. Okay, and here I'm going to mention coding result. So let me check that both result, whether both are having same kind of result or not. Okay, so I'm going to simulate this. Yeah, here you can see that some uh, problem in that coding, right? It's not problem in the coding, so you are getting result, it's not accurately correct, right? It is having some delay time, right? So we need to check that one. So for that I'm going to MATLAB configuration parameter and go to click additional parameter. Here I'm going to take that when change the step size equal to 1 e power minus 5, and then we need to check the results, both results. Now we can see that both having same kind of results, right? Okay, both having same kind. Oh, okay, oh, sorry, so we need to change here. Okay, which is equal to 0.2. Okay, so 0.2, 0.2, here also 0.2. So here we can simulate now. Now we can check the result of both, right? Now we can see that the result of both block, that means the result of Simulink block of switch and result of MATLAB coding, so both are having same kind of results. Okay, so initially we are not getting exact result in the coding, so this is because of that sample time, right? So if you are getting this kind of result, so first you go to that configuration property, and then go to additional parameter, and then you can see just is change to 1 e power minus 5. So in default the value is 1 e power minus 4, I think so. So but you can reduce that maximum step size. Okay, that means 1 e per minus 5 or 1 e per minus 6, then you will get the proper result in the output, right? So let I'm going to change the value. So I'm going to change to the value to minus 0.5. So here also minus 0.5, and here also we need to change minus 0.5. Okay, next I'm going to check the results. Now we can see that both, that means the output of Simulink block and output of coding, both are having same kind of results. Okay, so this is the working of switch block in the MATLAB Simulink. Thanks for watching our videos. If you are watching our video first time, right, kindly subscribe our channel and also click bell icon and turn on notification for notification about upcoming videos. And also, if you want to any explanation for any Simulink block, so kindly comment in the comment section. So we will implement that one and then demonstrate that the concept for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.